Hello and welcome to this week's episode of NetKno, the networking show. And this week we're going to be talking about online networking events. So, online networking has obviously catapulted since lockdown. Before then, they were around, but no one actually, I'd never really gone to one, to be honest. But then during lockdown, it was the only option that we had to go networking. So we all got used to the technology. We're used to Zoom and Teams and all these different platforms that exist. So online networking just became normal and it's not gone anywhere. And there's loads of different benefits to networking online. Obviously, it's really time efficient. You don't have to travel, so it's really cost efficient as well. So you can build connections with people anywhere in the world, which is a wonderful way to expand your network without the time and cost of traveling there to go and meet them. It's great for the environment, because we're just networking online again. We're not using our cars to drive around to places. And you get to meet a large volume of people in a really short space of time, which again, it's a lovely way. I always say though, networking online, it should just be a little part of your overall networking activities. If you just network online, it takes a bit longer to build those meaningful, deeper connections. It's harder to build trust through a screen. So make sure we're doing other stuff as well, but loads of benefits. It's not going anywhere. So I thought I'd share some kind of quick tips really for networking online. Firstly, I want to say, think about your online setup. So when you are networking online, you've got just this little square, this little box to make a fantastic first impression with the people that you're networking with. So turn on Zoom or whatever platform you use just by yourself and have a look at what that little box looks like. Are you making a nice impact? Think about lighting yourself from the front so you look good. If you've got lighting behind you, your face will be dark and you want your face to be the focal point. Think about if you're straight up against a wall, then it's going to feel quite claustrophobic looking at you. Whereas if you create some depth, have some interesting things in the background that represent you and your brand and your personality, some talking points. So in the back of mine, my home office, I've got my guitar and I've got a bookshelf with some networky books on and a picture of my little girl and just some interesting things in the background that again showcase who you are and your personality and utilize that little square as best as possible. But when it comes to actually going to the events itself, so there's loads of different etiquette, there's loads of different structure of online networking events. You've got online networking events that are just purely there for networking opportunities. So you log on, everyone there is just there to network, and you will likely be put into small breakout rooms where you get the chance to speak either one-to-one or in small groups, and you're given a topic to discuss for a set amount of time. And again, that's great. It allows more one-to-one conversations. It allows you to connect with a lot of people in a short amount of time, which is wonderful. So there's purely networking events. We've also got online conferences and seminars where you've got speakers. So you're logging on to learn, which is fantastic. They're often, I call those networking sandwiches, because you've often got a chance to network at the beginning, which is your first bit of bread. You've got the lecture, the discussion, the speaker in the middle, which is the filling of the sarnie. And at the end, you can potentially stay and network again at the end. So you've got your final bit of bread. People often miss out on the bread bits when it comes to online networking. So make sure that when the event is due to start, that you are on time. You've got no excuse. You're literally in your house. Make sure you're there on time and then stay till the very bitter end, because potentially there's going to be some great opportunities to network with the speakers, with the hosts, have these conversations with other people at the end. So take advantage of those opportunities. Don't just log on, get the information and leave, because you could just watch a video for that. Another thing when it comes to networking online is our cameras. So I've delivered a lot of training online, especially during lockdown, and I still do a lot of training online. It's a great way to deliver sessions without, again, the travel and the cost to the people that are having me go and do the training. But a pet peeve of mine, not going to lie, is when all the delegates, all the people that are there to learn, they've all got the cameras off. I can't see any of you. I can't form a connection with you. I can't see if my joke landed well or not. I can't get that kind of feedback as the speaker if you've not got your camera on. So please do, once we've got especially that little square set up, turn your cameras on, turn your microphones off. The host will, if you are, if there's a Q&A section at the end, for example, they will allow you to turn your microphone on then, and that's also a fantastic opportunity. But during the event itself, please do turn your microphone on, your camera on. It allows you to kind of form a connection with the person that's speaking, but it also allows the other delegates to see you as well and get to know you. Even they're just watching you have a snack while and you're reacting to what's going on. Turn it on, because otherwise it's an absolute wasted opportunity. And again, you could just watch a video, but this is live and people want to interact and engage, and that's a great way to do so. Another thing is the chat function. So it is there for a reason. It is there to encourage and increase engagement. Use it. When you first log in, say hello to everyone. Hello, everybody. You might have your microphone off. That's fine. That's okay. Use the chat box. That's what it's there for. Hello, everyone. How are we all today? Introduce yourself. My name's Jenny. I'm excited to learn about whatever it is. Mention the topic during the seminar or the session or whatever it is. Again, use that chat box as a way of engaging with the speaker, engaging with the host, but also engaging with the other delegates. But make sure what you're talking about in the chat box is actually what's going on in the event. If you start just talking about like, oh, did anyone watch the episode of whatever on the weekend? It's rude. Don't do that. So talk about what's happening. And again, as I said before, the Q&A section, fantastic opportunity. Make sure as the event is going on, think about some potential questions. One of the benefits of networking online is that you can have a notebook in front of you. You can be writing down things as you go. So think about some questions. So then at the end, when it is the Q&A chance, you get to either turn your microphone on and have a conversation with the speaker, which is a great way to promote yourself to all the other delegates that are online. You can say, hi, my name's Jenny. I'm a networking specialist. I'd love to know what you think about X, Y, and Z. You've just introduced yourself to everyone in the room. Amazing. But you've also had this interaction with the speaker, which again allows you to then, when you follow up by connecting with them on social media or on LinkedIn, they know who you are. You've already got this beginning and broken the ice, and this new relationship has already started. So please take advantage of the Q&A section. If you are at a networking event online and there's lots of people, lots of little boxes, everyone's got their own little name badge, take a photograph, take a screenshot. You've then got your delegates list. And then after the event's finished, you can follow up and connect with everyone on, again, LinkedIn. Make sure you go find them. Say, I was just on that event that you were on. Hope you enjoyed it. Would be great to connect. Lovely. And then you've got all these new people that you're adding into your network that you know have got similar interests than you. You've just gone through a shared experience by being on the same event together. So even if you didn't get the chance to chat to them directly one-to-one, you can start building and nurturing those relationships on social media. So take advantage of all those lovely little name badges that networking online provides. I think that's about it. But yeah, networking online, it's not going anywhere. I think we're all kind of used to it now. If you do want to start building your business, for example, in a different city, a different country, online networking is a fantastic way to start building those relationships, finding out what's going on in those sectors, in specific regions or countries, by looking for hosts that are based in that city or country or region. Look for hosts that are running online events that are based in a certain location that you want to start networking in. That's going to be a great starting point, because that host, their network will be geographically in that area. So likelihood is that a lot of people online will be from that area as well. So it's a great way to connect with people without the cost of travel, start finding out what's going on. That knowledge transfer, absolutely wonderful. And yeah, make sure that it's part of your strategy. Take advantage of all the functionality that's there, that it's available, get interactive. But the big one for me, please turn your camera on and let people see you, because otherwise you might as well just be watching a film. So that is it for this week's episode. Networking online, love it or hate it? Let me know in the comments. Is it for you? Is it not for you? Have you had some great or bad experiences? Please share them. As always, if this episode has been useful to you, please share it with your network in the hope that it helps them too. And make sure, if you haven't already, subscribed to the channel so you don't miss next week's episode. And next week we are talking about networking for students. So if you are a student yourself, you know a student, maybe you have a child who is thinking about work experience, they're at that kind of age, maybe at university. Networking for students, really big one. That's next week, so subscribe so you don't miss it, and I shall see you then.
A Liquid Studios production.